to my channel. So today I am checking in on a Saturday actually. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done my update with you guys. It has just been madness at work. So I'm kind of going to do, I think, a recap from the last 2 weeks actually. Go through my macros, how I've kind of handled, I guess, my current maintenance calories. Also complain about the terrible weather that's outside right now. Normally Florida is beautiful, and it is like, I woke up this morning on Saturday and it's always the way during the weekdays. It's beautiful and sunny, and I'm just stuck in my office, like miserably looking out the window. And then today it's the weekend, I can do whatever I want, and it's cloudy and rainy. So there's that. But big movements, lots of plans. Feels like it's been really productive the last couple of weeks actually. Also, I guess with productivity means there's a lot of tasks and things that need to get done. And interestingly, this past week, in fact, I had my very first anxiety attack. So it was like crippling. I couldn't leave the house. I don't think I've ever really cried unnecessarily, but I remember calling Lane and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I just feel completely shut down. So that was quite unusual. I think I normally kind of manage my stress okay. And then this last week, it just kind of all came crashing out. So yeah, that was quite tough to deal with. And I think usually in the past, you know, you guys have been following me for a long time, that kind of emotion would usually trigger probably some kind of emotional eating, but I really didn't do that. I think I was so burnt out that food, it was like I had no appetite. I was just catatonic. So I still managed to stick to my nutrition this week, but that was definitely something that I had to kind of prioritize. So I think a lot of people have a bit of a negative association with like getting professional help when things are tough. And yeah, that I'm no excuse to that. Like, I was on the call with my therapist like a couple of days later to kind of recap what had happened, talk it out, and just like troubleshoot. You know, it's really nice to have somebody that's, you know, a qualified, you know, psychologist to give you a second opinion, and look at your situation and provide you with like tools to make better decisions. So for anybody that might be struggling with, you know, a bit of anxiety or stress at the moment, particularly given the circumstances of the world, don't feel like you don't have somebody that you can talk to. Like, even me, like, I still get help because, you know, there are certain things that I can't, you know, expect from my partner, my husband. You know, you can console with your friends and family about certain things, but, you know, it's a lot of pressure to put on those people, and it's not necessarily their responsibility to fix you or make you feel better. So get a therapist. I can't recommend it enough. It's just so nice to be able to kind of just offload bullshit, you know? So there was that. Training has been going really, really well, actually. I've definitely really pulled back on, I guess, my overall training volume. So last year, 2020, was definitely the year for me for building. So I spent the first 6 months of the year in a pretty heavy calorie surplus. I think I got up to probably 75 kilos. So I'm back down at 68 pretty consistently now, 68, 69. So training now is really just about maintaining the level of muscularity that I have. It's not about gaining. And a couple of days ago, I actually put up on my Instagram a post that talks about what amount of work needs to be done in the gym to maintain your muscle mass. I know a lot of people freak out if they've got a holiday, they're going away for a few weeks and they don't think they'll have access to a gym and they're going to lose all their gains. Not necessarily true. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please jump over to that platform if you're viewing this on YouTube, because on that platform is where I spend the most time giving you guys all of the latest research in a fun and entertaining, easy to understand way. So you can actually get by, for young people, you can get by with about a third less volume than what you normally do for your maintenance or for your working training, and still maintain your muscle mass. you can get down to about a ninth of your normal training volumes and still maintain as a young person. So that's pretty exciting. I think I said it the wrong way around. A third, you can still have improvements. So a third less volume, improve your strength and hypertrophy, and a ninth will still help you to maintain. So that kind of coincided really nicely actually with the changes that I'm not seeing in my upper body. I was hoping to kind of scale down a little bit. So I halved my upper body training volume. So now I only train once a week upper for the last 6 months, and I was truly expecting to see like atrophy. That was my hopes. I don't need to have big ass shoulders anymore. I'm not competing, and they don't fit into clothes. So yeah, I kind of was looking back at some pictures and I'm like, I haven't changed a goddamn thing. Like nothing's happening. So it really just goes to show you, even at significantly reduced training volumes, you're still able to maintain quite a bit of muscularity. So I'm actually going to drop it back, I think, moving forwards to training my upper every other week, because I don't need that size anymore. So I'll probably replace it with something that is still going to be burning and contributing to my daily energy expenditure, but something that isn't going to be encouraging upper body hypertrophy. So it might be like a spin class, maybe some kickboxing. I know that's still going to incorporate my shoulders, might not be the best option, but like if I'm doing more kicking and stuff, kneeing, that'll eliminate a lot of my lower body use. So there is that. I think I might go through and just show you my check-ins and all of my tracking for the last couple of weeks on carbon. But first, something that's really exciting is the new feature that we've just added to Carbon Diet Coach. So it is the macros only feature. This feature basically enables you to track your calories accurately. So you can see, guys, here on the screen, there's a little where it says calories. You can see there's a little M that indicates macro calories. So usually, if you look at a food label, like any common food, the calorie total is a combination of your protein, the carbohydrate, and the fat, minus dietary fiber or sugar alcohol. So we have sugar alcohols in quite a range of different diet foods and diet beverages as well, but they aren't necessarily calorie free. Unfortunately, they do still have calories. So fiber, generally speaking, has somewhere between like 2 to 3 grams of fiber per 1 gram. And then depending on the sugar alcohol that you are consuming or that's in a product, it might be pretty close to zero. So something like erythritol, that's like 0.2 calories per gram. But something like glycerol, which is added to like a lot of the, I guess, really tasty protein bars that have like a chocolate coating, that actually has about 4.7 calories per gram. So it's not calorie free, but those calories can be subtracted from the label. So unfortunately, what will happen is at the end of the day, when you're looking here at your macros in the app, it will tell you that you might still have, you know, a couple hundred calories remaining, but your protein, carbs, and fats, you're done for the day. So they won't ever align because of that reason. So what we've done now is created a feature that actually just works out your calories based on your consumed protein, carb, and fat. So you'll be able to zero out, which would be great for all the people that have OCD, kind of like me, and like those things to line up. So that's a super fun feature, which we're very excited about. So if you aren't using Carbon for your nutrition coaching, it's not just a food tracker, its primary function is to coach you. So we'll jump on and look at my compliance over the last few days. So going back to Monday of last week, actually it would be Tuesday technically because I check in on Monday. So you can see Tuesday I had a bit of a wild day, 2,800 calories. I think that was that was the week before I got really stressed. So I think I just decided I was going to have a high day that day, who knows. But then you can see it's pretty consistent across the course of the week. So about 1,500, 1,600 calories. And I had to do that, or I chose to do that to make up for that high day. And then by the end of the week, you can see that my weekly average calories are about 13. So I had a compliant week last week and my weight was maintained, which was so nice. And then rolling into the new week, so this week just passed, it's obviously Saturday now, so looking from Monday through to today, you can see I've been pretty steady across the board despite my anxiety-ridden day on Tuesday. So yeah, you can see like 1700, 1850, 1960, 1860. So a very steady week for me, which has definitely, I guess, kept a lid on my stress, which is good. So I'm not sure whether I will have any macro adjustments this week, but what I have noticed is my weight has been trending down. So last week I could see it really starting to move, but it wasn't quite low enough to trip the coach's algorithm into saying, okay, there are not enough calories for you anymore. So I think this week, if my weight does continue to move down by 0.1, 0.2 of a kilogram, I may get that little increase because I think my metabolism is starting to kind of move up a little bit. I'm not sure why. Sometimes it just happens, and some people will do the opposite. They'll be on a certain number of calories for a little while after reversing, and then out of nowhere, their weight will start to shift up. But I think part of that can be due to people getting a little lazier with their tracking when they've been doing it for a while. So that's usually my first port of call when I'm working with clients. But anyway, that has been my week. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so I put up a really awesome recipe for you guys, which is an Oreo cookie sandwich cheesecake. So it's got like a black dark chocolate Oreo biscuit base, cheesecake with bits of Oreo all through the middle, and then it's got like sandwich cookies all over the top. I'll put a picture up, you can see what it looks like. It's amazing, really good macros, so if you guys would like some recipes like that, you can check out all of my books and things. I have heaps of others that are very similar. So I think that's probably all for this week. Not too much to share, but hey, that was my week. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave me those below. I love to go back through, answer you guys, and help you out with any of your fitness and health goals. And I will see you on the treadmill next week.